Yo, what is Brackalakin and what's cracking YouTube? It's your boy Net here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about which McDonald's menu item each higher by 8 My Dinner cast member would be. And so we're going to go through each cast member of the season, and then we're going to talk about which McDonald's item they would be. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'm gonna turn the volume down there, and I'm feeling a little bit sick today, guys, and so hopefully I'm gonna try to stop sniffling, and I'm just gonna let that shit run down my face. But without further ado, let's get right into it. And so I don't know if this episode really needed visuals on the side of the screen, but I decided to put it there anyway. So we're gonna go see who's first up. So we have this beautiful cast reveal, and we're gonna let that play until the first cast member shows up on screen. I forget who it is. Oh, I still have jump boost. Okay, Suvika. So Suvika is first up. Oh, my Minecraft sound is quiet. Suvika is first up. Oh, fuck. So which menu item would Suvika be? Now we gotta look through. Oh, the international menu heist. Hold on. This looky looks good. McPizza Bites? Wait, they actually have this shit? Oh, probably not near me, huh? Okay, wait, this might be cheating using the international menu stuff. But, okay, we gotta think. Okay, what would Suvika be? Let's look at all of this. I think... Okay. When I think of Suvika, I think of... I should scroll through all these items, hey, and then see what pops out to me. Because what's some stuff about Suvika? Suvika likes anime. He likes having a good time. He likes having fun. He likes making big moves, you know what I mean? And he likes making sure that he is, Suvika, that video he made about the Strikeout season 16 and how he wanted to become a legend. Like, he believes in himself to become a legend in the space. And so, what item really gives that energy? Honestly, an up and comer, right? So we're looking for someone, it's an up and comer and believes in themselves. So we're actually gonna go to the sandwiches and wraps, and we're actually gonna go for the Filet-O-Fish, double Filet-O-Fish, because for those who enjoy Filet-O-Fishes, they fucking love Filet-O-Fish. You know what I mean? And like, if you ever talk to someone who's ever had a Filet-O-Fish and they love it, they just can't stop talking about it. And I feel like Suvika is similar in the way that he 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 really fucks with himself. You know what I mean? So like, um, yeah, I don't really know. So it's like it's like yeah. Y'all can see the vision, right? Like, I don't have to explain myself. Um, Suvika, because Filet-O-Fish. Okay, here's what I'm trying to say. Filet-O-Fish has a cult following, and Suvika has a cult following, right? And he's on the up and up. And so, I feel like Filet-O-Fish is slowly becoming more and more popular because of social media these days. Everyone's talking about the Filet-O-Fish these days. At least in 2026 they are, and so that's why Suvika. So let's actually get to the next cast member. Unique. So in the context of the season, Unique was kind of a last-minute addition. I don't know if that's public knowledge or that might be leaks, but he was, and obviously he didn't last very long in the season. Kind of a dick move by Happy. He voted out his own cast member, whom he like recruited last minute to the show. I don't know why he would have done that. It's kind of fucked up. And so we're gonna look at which menu item kind of gives that energy, kind of gives um, misunderstood, not really given a chance type of energy. And honestly, I feel like filet fish also kind of fits that category, but we're gonna stray away from all of that, and we're going to look towards some of the snacks and sides, right? Because they're things that aren't really unique in this season. He wasn't really. Um, he was a side. If we can talk about it, he wasn't. He was definitely not a main. He was like a side. As unfortunate as that is, and he wasn't really given a chance. And I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say unique might be apple slices. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I think it's on the side. Um, and is this the greatest video I've ever made? I think so. Um, you know what? I might have to retcon. Okay, y'all. This is the last minute retcon. We're switching Unique and Suvika. Suvika is apple slices and Unique is filet fish, and it's because um, apple slices are fun and they're for kids, and I feel like Suvika is both of those things. And then Unique is like the filet fish is it's like a side character, um, not really given the chance it deserves, but there are people who really love the filet fish. All right, so that's my justification for that. So now we're gonna get going because this video is already 6 minutes long. Silly. Silly's wearing a chicken skin, so it almost seems like we should go that route. But I feel like Silly in this season, because he kind of came into the show as like people weren't, or the cast, we weren't really thinking that Silly would make a lot of moves because obviously Commando was there, and so we thought like, oh, Silly would just be kind of Commando's pet throughout the whole season, right? But no, he actually ended up making a big name for himself in ways that we didn't really expect. Um, and it really caught us off guard. Like he was really playing his own game up until the end there, when unfortunately, well, fortunately for me, but unfortunately, Commando didn't take him. But he really was making a case. Like in all the votes, he was being very vocal and making moves I wasn't expecting him to make. And so a little bit of like a punch, you know what I mean? And so I'm gonna give him the Mighty McGriddle because honestly, similar to me, like recently, not recently, but like McGriddles are one of those things where I recently got into the hype. You know what I mean? And I was like, wait, what the hell? I didn't realize they were like this. I didn't realize these McGriddles were this good. And that's kind of how Silly surprised me in this season. I was like, I didn't expect him to come out swinging and making all these social game moves throughout the season. And so yeah, I definitely think that could be analogous to Silly. And so next we're gonna go to might be me. Oh, these are the newcomers. Commando is the returnee. And so let's look for Commando. Who would Commando be? I think in the context of the season again, Commando was the first boot from, was it the previous season? Higher by 7? He was the first boot from the previous season, and he was coming back to kind of stake his claim and make his mark on the season, and he eventually did win. And so I'm thinking, what is a menu item that kind of failed at first, but made a comeback and became like legendary? You know what I mean? So let's think about that and let's take a look. Ooh, McShaker fries could be a shout. Maybe should we go down to the McValue menu? Oh, honestly, Commando might be a vanilla cone. I might have leaked myself. Vanilla cone. And that's because the first time he played, the machine wasn't working, right? And we all know about ice cream, right? We all know ice cream. We all mess with it. when it hits, it hits. And that's kind of like Commando. When he's playing well, when he's in higher by winning form, he's hitting. But when the machine's broken, like in higher by 7, he's not there. You don't even get a chance to taste him. Pause. And so definitely Commando would be a vanilla cone. Next up, me. So, um, my story going into the season, I don't really remember it that well. I feel like I came back just excited to be there, happy to be there, happy to finally play again after my stint in Higher by 5, where I did kind of make my mark on the Higher by world by making the Higher by 5 hub, which I've talked endlessly about at this point. And, um, I won the first challenge. And so honestly, I might give myself like a big hitter menu item here. I might go to the beef. And let's see. I might give myself a cheeseburger or something. I'm getting hungry. Honestly, McDouble. I'm gonna give myself the McDouble. And the reason for that is because like a McDouble, there's 2 patties in a McDouble, right? Hence double. And I won 2 challenges in season 8. And so there's obviously parallels there. But McDoubles was one of those things where it's just happy to be on the menu. You know what I mean? Like, it gets overshadowed by things like the Big Mac, obviously, Quarter Pounder, all these like other sandwiches. It gets overshadowed by those, but it's just happy to be there. But when you get a McDouble, they hit. You know what I mean? I believe they are also part of the value menu. I'll take a look there. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if it's a good thing that I knew that like off the top of my head or not. But yeah, it's just like when they hit, and that's kind of like me. I'm hit or miss sometimes as well. But I'm just happy to be there, happy to be part of the team, happy to be on the freaking menu. You know what I mean? Because there's people that love me, just like a McDouble. So let's go. Next up, I believe this is Jolts. Yep, or is it? So we know that Jolts actually gets replaced by Happy in the season. Spoiler alert. But we'll do one for Happy and one for Jolts. Happy is low-hanging fruit. I feel like Happy Meal, and we'll do the nuggets. We'll do the chicken nuggets for Happy, because just like Happy, you go to a Happy, you open a Happy Meal. There's a lot of aspects to it. There's a lot of different things that Happy brings to the game. One of them is that he is the host, and or you know what? We'll give him the cheeseburger Happy Meal because cheeseburgers are a staple of like the McDonald's menu, obviously, or just like fast food in general. You think of a cheeseburger, and I feel like at this point, Happy has kind of cemented himself as a staple in the game show community, and so I would definitely give him that honor of being Happy Meal. And it just shows the dimensionality of his game, the fact that he's able to host and create the show, but also play in it, and also, have a social game and not let that get in the way of him playing a pretty decent social game in Higher by 8. And then lastly, we got Jolts. And so I think Jolts was a host, right? And so, but he was previously a player. Jolts kind of also fills in all the roles because he was a player, and then he became a host, and then he became a winner. And so, what does that remind me of? That reminds me of someone who can kind of do everything, who can kind of do it all, and kind of goes wherever, goes with anything. And that honestly reminds me of a Coca-Cola, right? Because a Coca-Cola, it can go with the chicken nugget. It can go with the Filet-O-Fish. It can go with the, maybe not the breakfast, but it fits in a lot of different meals with a lot of different people, and I feel like that's kind of what Jolts is. And so I hope you all enjoyed this video. It's definitely a lot longer than I wanted it to be because I should probably become more prepared when doing this, but who gives a fuck? And so I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hope y'all enjoyed. Y'all have a great freaking day, and yeah, just have fun, y'all.